What's going on, YouTube family? K Souls in the building. You already know, and it's charge time, is content time. Yeah, so today just look at this post I saw. It's by a guy called Trinity, a comedian, I guess. Obviously this is probably banter, whatever. It is actually a conversation within the community, you know. He's saying that he's enjoying his white girl, yeah, and he don't have to deal with Nigerian girls anymore. He's tired of buying wigs and all of that. Do you know what I mean? And my thing is, because even though this could be a joke, this is a thing I've heard amongst certain people. Do you know what I mean? And I don't like it. I don't like it because I just feel like date who you want. I'm not the guy to tell you or to say that races shouldn't mix and all of this. But I feel like date who you want, but you don't need to put whoever you're not dating down. So especially if you are a black man yourself, you know, there's all these stereotypes, and me, who's a big black guy that probably gets judged for that, I actually hate it because I feel like you can't judge a book by its cover. And I feel like there's a couple issues here. And what I will say is, first of all, yeah, everyone's a human being. Everyone's different. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to what he's talking about is the hair thing, and I'm in two minds about that. So first of all, I think, yeah, that it's not only black girls that actually get, like, wear wigs or put tracks in their hair. A lot of white girls put tracks. A lot of women, they've just put tracks in their hair to give their hair more volume and all of this. So it's still a higher maintenance than someone that's natural. But then at the same time, I'm not mad at claiming that you want something natural, because I actually do prefer natural too. And but natural doesn't always mean just your natural hair. Do you know what I mean? People can experiment. Sometimes, like, some people will look at it as, oh, you're trying to have European hair. But then if you look at braids, I would say is a natural and actually a black style, but still you have to buy the extensions to make the braids. And then to even get braids done is mad expensive nowadays. Trust me, if you have a black girl, you'll know it's mad expensive. So yeah, man. So I just think, like, you can't use that as a metric to say it's easier to date one. Like, you might be lucky and you might get a girl that just rolls with her natural hair and all that maintenance is gone. But to use it as a reason to not date a race and to highlight it, it's a bit of a madness to me. And, you know, you have all these stereotypes that are, you know, black girls have attitude or whatever. For me personally, yeah, look at the stereotypes they put on black boys as well. Look at the way media portrays us and how we feel we need to be growing up. A lot of black guys feel they need to play the roadman role or the with it guy that speaks hella slang. Yeah, you know, that in our community you're rated for doing badness. So the same way people will throw that on them, or is the same way you can throw rowdiness. It's just from a male perspective, it seems more like a cool thing. But generally speaking, if we enter establishments or whatever, they'll call all of us aggressive. They'll say that a lot of our behavior is aggressive, or the way we portray ourselves. They'll paint us with the same brush. Do you know what I mean? So for anyone to, like, criticize black women on their attitude or whatever it is, I think that's a madness. Because if I'm to be honest, I think a lot black people in general carry trauma from our history all the way, I think it stems all the way back from slavery, the trauma of that, you know, and then having to go extra, having to work harder since then, you know, having to work harder, the stresses of life. When you have to work harder, when, you know, when you're economically challenged as a race, yeah, life is going to be more stressful just naturally. You know what I'm saying? When you have to be the ones to work harder, when you're getting judged everywhere you go, when you have to fight just to survive, generally speaking, that's where our culture, that's where our community comes from, yeah, for whatever reason. So therefore, naturally, you might have an attitude. Naturally, you might be on badness. Naturally, you might be stressed. And I think that goes for male and females. It's just more accepted for some reason from male, or it's looked at as something good, or he's hard, he doesn't have it, he's a bad boy. All of this, do you know what I mean? So I don't think that part's fair. And you know what I'm saying? But the last thing I will say now to the women is that this whole hair thing, right? Like I said before, I'm not against women, you know, wanting to do their hair or spend money on their hair and all of that. But you see, the problem is that this post highlighted to me is that a lot of women are probably telling man, "Oh, you're gonna buy me a wig? Are you gonna buy me a wig?" Or relying on the man to buy them a wig. And I know this for sure because there was one girl I was linking. Yeah, we only had been linking for a few weeks, and she said to me, "Oh, can you buy me a wig?" That she really wants this wig, and it's five bills, £500.
What? What the?
Right? Like, imagine if I got with her. Will I have to now be buying wigs? Is that part of the deal that you're expecting man to buy you wigs? So girls will get the thing with this that is confusing, and the wrong message to put out there is that girls will be saying they want a financially stable man. You want a financially stable man, but you're telling a man to buy you a bundle of hair for £500. And this is just how you're feeling for now. Like, you know, women, they love to change their hair. This is just how you're feeling for now. Apparently the wig she was asking for were lost. But the realness is, it was she expected that of me, or she wanted me to do that. Obviously, I'm not dumb, I'm not doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? I said no. But that was a conversation. So what I'm saying is that if this is now an expectation, because I know certain girls are going to turn around and say, well, we're not looking for men like you, and they'll just automatically call you a brokey or whatever. But no, because if you want a financially stable man, then he needs to make a smart financial decision. Like, what I'll say is, if that's your thing, that's what you like, cover that yourself. That's what I would say. But you should not be expecting no man, especially no man that's not your husband. That's why a lot of men will come out with comments and posts like this. And then even if you say, oh, or even if you've heard that maybe your girlfriend or your friends have managed to get men to do this or whatever, the type of men that are going to do this, of course, are men that have money, disposable income. They don't care. They're just doing things because they either want pussy or they're just a bops. But a lot of those men are usually juggling multiple women anyway. So yeah, if you're looking for that relationship where you just transfer, like it's just an exchange, and you're cool with that, then fine. But if you're looking for a partner, you know, it's very unlikely that you're gonna get a man that's gonna do that all the time, yeah, and just be faithful to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Or the man hasn't got good money management, and one day he's gonna turn around and say that he ain't got it. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I think that is a bit of a deterrent to a lot of men. So when they now look at a white girl and see that, you know, all she has to do is wash and cut her hair, you know what I'm saying, and it's like a light £40 or whatever it is, it's seeming more attractive. I just don't agree with it. But what I will say is the pressure some of my sisters are putting on man them, just be careful with it, because it depends what you want out of life. Some women just want to boops man, some women just want to trick daddy, and that's fine. If that's your story, fine. But if you're looking for a proper partner, you have to be a bit reasonable about what you expect from a man. And remember, if you're just going for a man that's just got money, all you might get from that relationship is money, and that's it. And when you're looking for that emotional safety and all the other wonderful things that women want, you might struggle. So the main point of this message anyway is date who you want, but you don't need to put a black woman down. And also, my stare sisters, please be reasonable with your requests for men. If you've got expensive hair treatment, hold that yourself. Let the man do it when he wants to treat you. Do you know what I mean? But don't put that pressure on the man. That's all I'll say. Peace out. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.